Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, the ECHAlliance, the Global Health Connector session at the United Nations General Assembly 78. It's great to have you here. It's great to have the audience online. So I won't say good morning because I have to say good day, good afternoon, good night. And for some of you sitting in Australia, you should be in bed and you shouldn't be watching what we're doing. But you're welcome anyway. Particularly George Margellis, our ambassador in Australia, who stays up most of the night because he loves being involved in these things. What I want to say in the few minutes that I want to talk is this. People often talk about collaboration, and everybody in the audience goes, yeah, good thing. I was questioning over the last few days, what do we mean by collaboration? Because often what happens is people assume collaboration is a word which means a lot, and it does, but it means different things to different people. So over the last 11 years of the Alliance, we have discovered that the only collaboration that works is collaboration between partners who are transparent, are honest. It doesn't mean they shouldn't pursue their own interests, but they've got to be upfront about those interests. And it has to be sustainable. It's like the word for innovation. One of my favorite things is that I think is the most overused word in our entire, it has covered multitudes of meanings. Collaboration, we believe in collaboration. We believe in it strongly, as you probably have worked out. And so what I would say to you is this. We have created an infrastructure to ensure that collaboration is all the things I said, plus, and this is really important, that it is sustainable. We do this through our ecosystems. We do this through an infrastructure of something like 75 or 80 ecosystems around the world. What is an ecosystem? Another word, which by the way, 10 years ago, no one used. Now everybody is an ecosystem. Our definition, because I think it's great when no one has defined what a word means, because it gives you an opportunity to define it. So we've defined it in our terms as being permanent, multi-stakeholder communities in a defined geographic area, which translates into, clearly you have one ecosystem in Estonia because of the population. Spain with 6 or 8 ecosystems. And the idea is that they meet on a regular basis, many of them every 3 months in their own region. We then, from a global point of view, connect those people together. That creates real action on the ground. And secondly, it also allows us as the Alliance to collect that intelligence, that determination, and bring it forward to places like the UN, the European Commission, and other bodies. So that sustains the organization and the communities between events. Events are great, but we all know that too often, because we all go to lots of events, how much actually comes out of those events? What are the outcomes? What are the real KPIs? What are the things that actually matter to people? So I want to be clear, we are about implementation. So we now have an implementation network around the world. We have partners around the world, but these are carefully selected partners. They're not just anybody who wants to work with us. We've been able, after 11 years of hard work, to be able to be a bit more choosy about who we work with. So on that basis, I should have said at the beginning, welcome to all our sponsors and partners and members in the room, because you have stayed with us, many of you, since the beginning, to create this global organization. So we've a lot to do today and tomorrow in these sessions. These are on important topics that were not selected at random, just to be clear. They've selected because they support the SDGs of the United Nations. The reason we're here under the banner of the United Nations is because we believe in what the United Nations stands for. We know as well the United Nations is turning its attention next year to the future. It's time that all the SDGs and everything else were reviewed and revised. We want to be part of that, where we can encourage all of you to contribute to the future in our sector. The UN wants it, we know that. As a gesture today, for example, we're told that UNESCO have agreed to and asked if they could carry our sessions online to their scientific communities across the world. So we're not on our own. We're not on our own. And that brings me back to collaboration. We love to collaborate on the basis I've said laid out. We love to work really hard with people who really are real people, if I can use that expression. I know you're all real. If there was any aliens in the audience, I always ask if somebody could put their hand up. So far, I've never had a response at any event. I'd love to meet an alien, actually. But moving back to the topic before I'm told your time is up, to say this. This is a part of the journey. It is not the journey. We're covering healthy aging. We're covering digital and data. We're covering green health. We want you to participate and help us to get those messages out across the world. But above all, beyond today and tomorrow, we need you to continue to work with us, continue to support us and our team. We meet many of those here today. Final word to the people online. I know sometimes it can be boring watching a 2-day session. I know I'd be bored. So we're going to do our best to keep you online, but if you've got to go and make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or whatever you want to do that as well. And now that I've said my piece, you can go and make a cup of coffee. And if I do that, my deputy chairman, who I'm about to introduce, will be saying, what are you telling people to have a cup of coffee instead of listening to me? So, but remember, today is about enjoying this as well. This is not a task. This is a challenge for us to work together. And I'm really looking forward to meeting more and more of you as the day goes on. Thank you very much for listening.